Holy shit. Okay, so I've finally fucking figured it out how to use Epic Redness, and now I have actually like enough information to actually make a guide about it. So here we are. P.S. This took me fucking ages to figure out, but we're here. The Sword of Epic Redness, or the Epic Redness Sword, is quite a unique weapon. The weapon itself belongs to the 5k gold category, so it's a weapon that has a lot of competition, as some of the most dominant weapons belong to that category as well. For example, Hex Splitter, Eternal Abyss, Wind Force, Venom Shank, Epic Blueness, and Spring Growth. However, it is a weapon that one should probably pick up at some point in the game due to its multiple purposes. Firstly, talking about the sword itself, it has a decent slash rate, iffy damage, and it cannot lunge. What makes the sword unique though is its ability and passive. Just like the Sword of Epic Blueness, Redness's strength mainly relies on its passive, which causes enemies that are killed by your sword slashes to explode, dealing insane amount of damage to any nearby enemy. Its ability shoots out 8 red flames that slow and burn enemies, causing them to take a bit of damage over the course of 7 seconds. Enemies who died by the ability or its damage over time effects will not cause the passive of the sword to actually proc, so keep that in mind. The biggest issue with this weapon is that it's quite difficult to understand it fully. Due to the weapon's passive, it should be a 1v15 weapon, but it has no initial stats to back it up, i.e., you know, base slash damage. Therefore, it isn't a traditional 1v15 weapon where you minus a kill without properly thinking about what your next move is, unlike with like Breath of Fire, Poseidon, Spring Growth, Explosion Arrow, Crimson Crossbow, etc, etc. Redness in that regard is truly a one-of-a-kind weapon. So, how do you learn this weapon properly? Well, there are two main ways to use it. Firstly, is the kind of like the Dueler or the debuffer way, as Redness has one of the strongest CC abilities in the game due to its long-lasting slow, pretty good DOT, and probably most importantly, the range. Should a melee enemy target you, you can just use the ability, make them a lot slower than you, whilst also doing good damage to them, and you can run away. Due to the short cooldown of the ability, 10 seconds by the way, you can do that multiple times, about like 6 times per game, until the enemy is low enough for you to either kill them by slashing, or just by using your ability again. This also works extremely effectively against 1v15 weapons when they're outnumbered, as restricted mobility in a 1v15 situation means that the solo enemy is as good as dead already. The second way to use it is as a 1v15 weapon. By utilizing the ability in the way that was mentioned in the last paragraph, you can still damage opponents whilst not taking damage yourself, slowing your enemies in the process and letting them burn until they're low enough. Once they are at a low enough HP, you can finish them off by slashing them and causing your passive to proc, leading to a lot of other enemies taking a ton of damage as well as a result. After your first kill, things will become a lot fucking easier, as now you have a lot more enemies to choose from who can be your next quote-unquote vessels for your passive to proc, leading to more enemies being low or dead. At that point, you've already won the 1v15. Arguably the main problem with Redness is that it's almost exclusively a VIP weapon when it comes to, you know, using it as a 1v15 weapon. Because to be able to pull off a 1v15 with this weapon, you need mobility. VIP Game Pass gives you just enough mobility for you to run away from the masses and lets you use your ability enough times for you to be able to get a kill. Again, you really only need one singular kill to start a bloodbath, as the rest of the enemies are only a few slashes away from dying at that point anyway. Should you not get that first kill, however, you won't be able to win at all, as most of your damage relies on your passive in a 1v15 situation. The main weapons that Redness is weak to are most ranged weapons. Usually ranged weapons have enough time to shred a Redness user down, and the other way around. Aside from that, there are none that can really kill Redness in a 1v1 duel because of Redness's ability. In a regular round situation, most assassin and dual weapons can take them down if the Redness user has used their ability already. a Redness user without their ability is as almost good as a rolling pin user, as both have similar damage, slashing wise. Just be careful not to use any, not to be near any vessels nor to become one if you're fighting against it. Just for the sake of your own teammates. And in terms of special rounds, the Redness doesn't really shine much. I guess its best round modifier is super speed, as its ability resets other people's speeds. Other than that, there are none that can really benefit a Redness user all that much. If you happen to get Redness in a random weapons round, and if you do know how to use it, you can quite easily win those rounds, unless the enemy team has a lot of 5k or 10k, or just good range weapons, I guess. Other than that, though, good fucking luck. So yep, that's pretty much it. As much as I understood this weapon, because like again, I've tried to figure this out for so fucking long, and I think I've got it. If I did miss anything, then fucking go ahead, leave it in the comments. I want to know. Because it's entirely possible that I did miss something. So yeah, that's about it. Good luck. If you want any more weapon guides, I'll try to make them in my free time, I guess. Bye!